Hello, and welcome to Recapping with Delora
and Ashley.
Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Recapping Podcast.
Also, rate, review, and subscribe to our show on your favorite podcast platform. We're on all the things.
We want to hear your thoughts on the movies and shows we review.
Leave us a comment on Apple Podcasts or our YouTube channel, and we will read them during the show.
Or reach out to us on social media. We love talking all things entertainment and pop culture with you.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you.
What's up, Delora? How are you?
Hey, Ashley. I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm good. Hanging in, hoping that my internet is kind to us today. I was trying to get some stuff figured out on that front so I can have a consistently good experience for us and for all of you listening. So thank you for coming back for another episode. It is our Thursday episode. So we'll be getting into these pop culture streets. But first, guys, Delora and I have to make a little request.
Yes.
We are currently nominees for the Women's Podcasting Awards for 2026. And as nominees, it is a vote-based polling system, or, whoever gets the most votes wins, essentially. So we got to ask for your vote, okay?
Please and thank you.
I will be dropping more information on our Instagram, on social media generally, about where to go vote. Voting opens up the day that we're recording at 9 p.m. Eastern. So it will be through the entire month of April. You can only vote one time, but please spread the word to your family and friends.
Yes.
Get us out there. We are in the news and entertainment category, so don't worry about none of them other categories. Just vote for us for news and entertainment, please. And thank you so much.
I'm so excited. Yeah, it'll be great. It's been a minute since we put our heads in an awards.
Yeah.
So this is great.
Exciting times. And of course, on the heels of Women's History Month, let's go. So thank you guys so much who do get out and vote. We appreciate you. And we'll keep promoting it throughout the month too, just as a friendly reminder. All right, Delora, let's get into the mess of pop culture, shall we? Let's start with our girl, Brandy.
Yes.
Brandy got her flowers, as they say, receiving her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She was joined by Monica, Kehlani, Issa Rae, Babyface, some of her co-stars from Moesha. I mean, folks came out. The most surprising one was Issa to me, because I didn't know they was cool like that.
I didn't know that either, actually, but it made me so happy. I mean, so deserved. Like, I'm so happy Brandy is getting her flowers. I mean, first with like the tour with her and Monica, then her special Black Icon Award at the Grammys this year, and now this is fantastic. And then she has a memoir coming out too. So
girl, we about to get into that memoir because she was spilling a little bit of tea already. But I definitely love to see it. I mean, I have a deep love for Brandy as an artist and a musician. Just got to go see her and Monica on tour last year together, which was great. And so to your point, like, she's been having such a renaissance. It almost gives me that time of Usher, where Usher was just bang, 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 bang,
yes.
bang. Bop, 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 bop.
He even got a Vogue cover and everything, even though we did not like that cover at all. Great. But still,
it wasn't great.
It was the time. And then he's fumbling the ball.
Girl, he's another one that we're going to be talking about in these headlines today. But yeah, man, I love to see it. And I think what I also love about Brandy, and it seems more sincere than the Taylor Swifts of the world, is her sincerity and her humbleness with getting things like this. Because her speech, she was like, if you would have told a little girl from Mississippi, da-da-da-da-da, and I'm like, you are Brandy. You know what I mean? Like, you
gotta remember her
anointed
parts of her
by
story.
Whitney.
So, and anointed by God, because her vocal range is fantastic. And like the fact that she was doing this as a kid, like,
yes,
and to think, I remember her talking about like being like what 7, 8 years old and having a teacher talk about like you're not cute enough to like sing or whatever, and the fact that she was able to be like, hold my beer, I'm the first Black Cinderella, thank
Not
you
only
very
will I
much.
sing, I'm about to
Not
have
only
a
will
full career.
double platinum, let's talk about the icons, okay, the icons she's worked with.
Like I said, anointed by Whitney Houston as that next generation of very talented vocalists. And I mean, Whitney had a great relationship with her and Monica, but
Yes.
the vocal abilities and the performance and the lasting impact of like 90s R&B for me is still hitting. So the fact that we've seen a resurgence of those folks that we loved right now is making me very happy. And Brandy in particular is one of the biggest people that I'm
Yes, and
happy to see getting this
I
moment.
love it. I love it because I do feel like that shift from the 90s to the 2000s, you
Rough.
know, was rough for Brandy because it was the emergence of Destiny's Child and the Beyonce reign, you know what I mean? But like Brandy, like Lisa said, she's the blueprint. And mind you, Issa was referring to her, if there was no Moesha, there wouldn't be any girlfriends or insecure, which I mean, when you think about the fingerprints, okay, like it's Mara working on Moesha,
Exactly.
it's Penny working on girlfriends. Like you would
I
not.
love that the black creatives, like I wouldn't say I was ignorant to the great talent of behind the scenes. I just wasn't as involved in that
Lena Waithe
talent.
also was in
Yeah,
that.
so it was like one begets another, begets another,
Yes,
begets
yes.
another. And I am very appreciative of that. And that black talent continues to, persevere and help and lift the next and the next and the next. So I agree.
And
But
honestly, the only Cinderella I show my daughter is Brandy.
you show her Reese, not Reese, Drew Barrymore as well, right?
Oh, I did, but musical. We're talking
Okay.
like,
Okay. Cause
on
cause
Disney.
because Brandy stands over here and then we consider Drew to be over
Drew,
here.
that we talked
Yeah.
about Ever After. Just breathe. Like
Yeah.
that's a
I don't know why I'm
moment in
saying Reese.
itself.
Yeah.
No worries. I know who you were saying.
Yeah.
The only thing that Brandy was missing was her braids. No, I'm just joking. She's a grown woman.
I was gonna say she still will bring them out every now and again,
She
but
does, which I
it
love.
was probably healthy for the scalp. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. I
Like the
know.
edges.
Her and Alicia, like I would be like, y'all, is your scalp okay? Like, do
Yeah.
you still have baby hairs?
No, seriously. Brandy looked fantastic. I mean, she always looks fantastic, but she looked fantastic with
Always.
braids. She really did. But yeah, you got to also protect, a lot of things with the hair over time. So, um, I was about to say, unfortunately, with the good sometimes comes the scandal. And
Oh
so,
Lord.
with this great resurgence of Brandy, we've had some chatter already from like, oh, Brandy dated these same dudes at the same time, all this stuff. And Brandy was like, nah, I was actually just friends with Shine. I don't know if y'all have heard about this anyway. It was brought up publicly, talked about on the Joe Budden podcast that she allegedly dated Shine and another dude and what have you at the same time back in the day. So that chatter was already out there. And Brandy was like, none of that is true. I'm coming out with a memoir. I'm going to speak my truth. One of the items, as she's speaking her truth, is a long confirmed, speculated rumor that she's never spoken on. Wanya has spoken on it, that they dated back when she was still a teenager. And so she is confirming in her memoir that when she was 16, he was 22. They had a
Yes.
full relationship. And she's saying that he took advantage of her at this
So
point.
here's the deal. So with all this discussion, of course, an old Breakfast Club interview
Girl,
from
I
like
just watched it earlier.
2017 came up. The what I First of all, that interview was so cringe. And I love me some Boys to Men, but I thought they were more classy than this.
I love Boys to
Mr.
Men too, but
YN, the way he was just pretty much trying to say, yeah, I tapped that in
Not only
so
did he
many
say that, he
words.
said she was old enough to get it. That's his exact quote. She was
It's
old
that
enough to
whole
get it.
conversation was surrounded by sex, which makes it even gross because again, she was 16 years old. And then they were joking about, oh, what states were y'all in?
Yeah. I see this is
What
why part of me has never really gravitated and stayed with the Breakfast Club because it's so inappropriate and it's not funny. And it's also like, y'all know that all of this is recorded. It's going to come back up at some point in time. She was 16. He met her when she was 15 and talking about, oh, by the time I
I
started effing
waited.
her,
Yep.
she was
Yep.
16, 17. She could get it. Like, bro. And Wanye has always been the one that I always figured was like, not a pedophile necessarily, but like very arrogant because he would always sing his name in their songs. But
Always. I
I
mean, he was a
didn't
ham.
I didn't
Yeah.
foresee the response he had about this, even with hindsight, right? Because one would
Yeah.
say when you were 30, when you were 22, you may have, said, okay, this is okay. And then with hindsight, you're like, yeah, that was very inappropriate. But to be this still a grown man later reflecting and
Talking
saying, like,
crazy like that.
and then to say, like, oh, she, like, because I guess Brandy had said that he broke her heart because he went off and fell in love with somebody
Yes.
else. He was like,
That
someone can only
explanation.
fall in love with you if you make them fall out of love with you. What?
What do you expect? Like, again, she was a teenager, one. And then
Baby.
two, what type of it was an entanglement type of BS are we talking about?
And they were saying in response to him, like, oh, that's very political.
No, it's not.
That's the opposite.
First of all,
That's
I
Trump
can't even
politics right
tell
there.
you if it actually makes sense what he actually said.
It
What are you talking
doesn't.
about? You
It doesn't.
anyway,
He's
it's
blaming her.
giving. Of course, she was in love because she was freaking 16 years old. You
I'm sure you
probably
took her
groomed
virginity.
her
Yeah.
from 15 to 16, and then you got what you wanted, and then on to the next. Because at that time, riding those boys to men waves, I know they were high. You know what I mean?
Girl, absolute. This was their era we're talking
Yes,
about.
he was that dude. I
Broken
just
Hearted was my song too. Hurts my feelings.
what I will say about Brandy though is I mean, it was a different era. We didn't have social media, but they kept whatever was going on with her so tight that when she did get pregnant unmarried to that random dude, nobody's like, everybody's like, this story isn't adding up. Is he your fiance or not? Like is this your...
The fact that her public reception was so squeaky clean that it
Oh,
was this
squeaky.
need to lie about that to Oprah,
Yes, correct.
you know.
Correct. So shout out to her team for locking that up very tight because I mean I would not have known. But and then, mind you, we were super young, so it's not like the most I remember was Kobe taking her to prom. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? That was
Yeah.
the extent of my
And
understanding of
her
Brandy's
and her
relationships.
her and her close relationship with her brother is what I thought of Brandy of for that era, not even like dating whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she's real cool with her brother. She can sing. Whitney Houston loves her. She got a few with Monica. That's all I thought about Brandy of that era.
But you know, he's trying to walk that back like, oh, I didn't, it was legal. I'm like, when you gotta tap dance
What
and
did
be
you have to
like,
go look at the state laws to determine
ex-
this?
exactly,
Because if you have to
exactly.
go look at the state laws to determine the legality of your relationship, probably shouldn't be having that relationship. This is also like another knock on the music industry,
Yes, I
on
was
these
just about to
dudes in the music
say
industry. They all be
predatory.
pedophiles. They all
Yes.
be wanting these little youngsters.
I mean, gross because it's like y'all are too old for this. How many chicks y'all been ran through? And then you want to get the latest, greatest. No,
What is it from Bridgerton? You're a rake.
a rake.
My
Oh, wait,
goodness.
really quick. This is really random. So I guess the gentleman who hosts Jeopardy now
Ken,
during Ken, when he was a contestant one time,
girl,
of
not
course,
one time. You know, he had a
Well, you
run.
know, I know, no, but I'm
Just
saying this
one
is video,
episode.
one episode.
Got you.
They were like, what is a garden tool that's also means like somebody with like a proclivities or whatever,
Yeah.
and he's like, what is a hoe? And then the way,
That the answer?
oh,
Hey,
the way our dude, what is his name,
Alex Trebek.
Alex was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Rest in peace to Alex
Rest
Trebek. There
in
will never
peace
be another.
to our brother, because he definitely looked black when he was young.
He might have been passing. We never
I
know.
mean, really, but the answer was a rake. So
Oh, I mean, a hoe is credible. A hoe
oh,
is
it's so
credible.
credible.
And now we know rake is the same. So there you go. The last thing I was just kind of mention about this is this going to prepare, like, were you interested in reading or listening to her memoir before? Is there more tea you hoping she's gonna spill? What are your thoughts as a book
I
lover?
mean, if you ain't really coming with the with the tea, I don't care about this. I mean, in terms of like, if she had said that she dated YN, I wouldn't have thought twice about it. I think what makes this interesting is the fact of, the age difference and how young she was, right? But I mean, unless she's going to talk about her relationship with Monica, Whitney, working with Diana Ross, like, I don't know. I want to, those are the things that are interesting to me. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
wonder if she's going to talk about the hard times, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I still like, I need some more previews. Like, I need
Yeah,
to
I'm
know what the
curious. I
main.
probably will end up using an Audible credit for this because there's been some great memoirs I know that people have loved that I have not even been able to sit through because I get so bored at
Yes.
times, but there's been
Yes.
people who pleasantly surprised me. Like, I think I've said this on the pod before. I really enjoyed Jada's memoir and I read it. I didn't even listen to it, but like
Oh,
I
nice.
I enjoyed her humor.
You
I
saw her
enjoyed the
too, right?
tone. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
went to the Miami Book Festival. And
that's
so I
right. I
I read
remember.
both her and Carrie's. Carrie's I struggled through. Jada's was a page
Yeah.
turner for me.
But see, do you feel like Carrie was probably still holding some things back,
I
or
think she was actually very transparent with a lot of things that I didn't really know about, like her family dynamic, about, I mean,
yeah.
the information about her parents had kind of come out by that time, but like the lead up to that and like the expectations that had come from her life and her eating disorder. I mean, there's a lot of things that
Yeah.
I didn't know. And she even, I mean, she grew up in the same like neighborhood as J-Lo and stuff. Like, I didn't know stuff
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
And
She went to
so,
school that Gwyneth went to too, which was interesting because we knew their social economics are technically different.
yeah, she was
But
like not a scholarship kid. I don't know what the best way to say it is, but yeah, she was very much thankfully had great opportunities that came to her.
my favorite memoir of recent,
Yeah.
would probably be Will Smith.
And I still haven't even listened or read Wheels. But I
Yeah.
still need to read Viola because I had Viola's book and it got
So
destroyed when I had a
I
flood.
oh, did it? I'm
Yes,
sorry,
girl.
Ashley.
I had all my two signed copies of Carrie and Jada's books
Oh
destroyed.
no. Oh
Yes. Yes, they were
no.
signed. I said this is irreplaceable.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I love me some Viola. Shout out to her latest book that she wrote with James Patterson. I actually got it. Judge. It's like George something. Um, I'll get it in a minute. I don't want to read Viola. I don't want to be sad. Like I just, because she had such a rough childhood, and like during her press tour, Judge Stone, that's her latest book, and it's fiction. I'm like, shout out to her. Get your literary coin.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, I didn't want to read through the hard times. I think
Mm,
I probably would pick up her journey into like maybe Juilliard or something like that. But it just it just makes me sad, and I didn't want to read it yet. I would support
gotcha.
her. Do I have her book though?
I'm sure you
because
do.
I got a couple.
I'm sure you
I,
do. I went to a new hair salon recently that is in the Oregon district. Shout out to Cherokee. And what I loved is when you first come in and you look over to the right, she has a whole section of black books and novels by black
yes,
writers. So she had, Jasmine Guillory, she
yes.
had Will's bio, Viola's bio, all
Does
this
she
stuff.
have Kennedy Ryan?
I don't remember if she had Kennedy or not. These are just like the ones that stood out to me that I saw at
Yeah,
first
yeah.
glance. And I was like, I love this like display and
Kennedy Ryan, friend of the
black
pod,
women power out here with, and
claiming that.
not just black women, but
I know, I get
generally
it. I
just
get it.
having that. I was like, this is fabulous. I love your taste. I love what you're doing here. Great. So that's
That
what made me
makes me
start thinking about it again
happy.
too.
I
Was like,
love
man,
that.
I got to replace some of my books that got ruined. But anyway, let's move on to our next headline, Ursher, that we were just talking about a minute ago. I have to figure out
Watch
still how
this.
I fully feel about this position that Usher has decided to take about Diddy. I don't
Girl,
think it should be shocking to us because we already know he stood beside Russell
child.
Simmons and went and visited him in Bali. So the fact
Yep.
that he recently had an interview where he said that essentially he doesn't have anything negative to say. Let me read the full thing. So I'm looking at an article from E! News. He was asked to play a word association game in an interview for Forbes and was asked what came to mind when he heard Diddy's name. And he said legacy. In many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been misrepresented. I'm not saying
Boo.
that every man is
Tomato,
perfect.
tomato.
I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made for us as Black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who have transitioned culture for us as people who have transitioned culture and ideas into something that's tangible. And he says so many people benefited from what he created, and I acknowledge that. What is disgusting to me, and the word that sticks
Boo.
out to me, is misrepresented. I think I even commented on their post, like misrepresented is wild because this is not he say, she say. There is video
Nope.
evidence of the abuse that that Cassie suffered at his hands. At least one incident publicly.
Honestly, if he didn't have the legacy of wealth and good lawyers, he would be in jail much longer. I mean, he's only getting out because he's a wealthy man. Like, like because he
I mean,
did that shit. He
absolutely.
did that shit.
Absolutely. And also
Like
think
what are
that
you talking about?
there's a lot of loopholes and bullshit that goes into law that's not necessarily just. And so when you do have can spend and have the highest profile people representing you and all this stuff, I mean, the prosecution tried to throw a lot of charges at him that, probably wasn't best, probably, I mean, it didn't stick, felt aggressive, whatever, but they were trying to get some justice for these victims. And so for Usher to say that this man has been misrepresented and then also say, look at what he's done for me, like as a businessman and entrepreneur. My thought too that really bothered me is like, y'all really put money above humanity
I was just
because
about
who
to
gives a
say
fuck that he helped you make
capitalism
money?
seems like it made that statement. You know,
I'm a little
I think
angry.
it's
Y'all can't tell.
fascinating. No, no, no. I find it fascinating because if you think about it, Bill Cosby, Weinstein, Diddy, this was like the prequel to the atrocities that has come out with this Epstein,
Yeah.
files and things along those lines. So it's like wealthy, privileged men behaving badly seems to just be normal. So is it misrepresented because he wasn't eating the children or something? Like
I
what was like what are you talking about?
I don't
And
know. Or what bubble do you live in? What version of this are you taking in?
because it what I'm trying to say is like especially with these files and the fact that nobody's doing anything about them, it's like, are we becoming desensitized to how, again, badly these men are acting? and probably continues to act like, because at this rate, I'm like, is Epstein just a fall guy because he's quote unquote dead?
I mean, clearly there are a
Because
lot of people
who
who enabled
knows?
that behavior and stood beside him and were happy to
So
participate in it.
many, so
So,
many.
yeah,
And so I say all that to say, this is actually, I don't know what's up with our legends.
throw them all
Be,
away, Delora.
because
Honestly.
they have been falling so short. Shaka Khan recently said something about freaking Ike Turner.
To be fair, Shaka Khan has been saying some controversial shit for a while. She
He
has.
was a lovely guy
Girl.
singing his praises when we know good and Turner. Well, we are fans of Tina Turner on this podcast. Okay. One of our first documentaries we recapped was Tina Turner's documentary, which was fantastic. It was on HBO. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Definitely worth a watch. Tina even hates that we associate his abuse
Her.
with her.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that man abused Tina. It's well
Horribly.
documented. And you don't think these abusers know who they can mess with? Like, these people are predators. You know what that means? That means they know who to prey on. Now, just because he didn't prey on you does not mean his behavior was, you know what I mean?
Say that for the people in the back, because clearly there is a misalignment these days between me and all of these celebrities that the gap has just widened exponentially. And maybe it's just because celebrities used to shut their mouths and not like
I,
be
you
as
know,
exposed with every thought that they are today. Because I don't like none of y'all these days,
none
to
of
be
it,
for real.
it just gives me lions don't be running after elephants, right? But that don't mean they ain't preying on those gazelles. So, so like, let's be for real, okay? And then Shaka is of the generation where they also like to sweep things under the rug, bad behavior under the rug, anyway. So
Obviously, people are still doing it. Like, you know, I was so disappointed that Usher said this. So
Usher didn't
disappointed.
have to
Keep your
say
mouth closed.
anything. What
Exactly.
does
Keep
he
your mouth
feel like?
closed.
Unless because Diddy's coming out because he's only getting 5 years
Hmm.
uh com- compared to what he probably should have gotten. So in some ways, I'm like, is this a CYA like Trey Torre? Torre?
Told you he's
CYA?
in the garbage. I don't even, that man will never see a follow from me again. But this hurts me. I was we've been singing Usher's praises on this pod. We love that he
Yes.
headlined Super Bowl. I saw him in
We
concert in
we
Miami.
were
We were loving him.
we spoke it first. We're like, Usher should do the halftime show.
Yep.
And that run was glorious. Okay.
Now I'm Team Justin Bieber. Whatever Justin said, Usher
Listen,
did. Usher did.
period. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, Justin ain't moonwalking it back. Like, I just, and we're concerned about that young man because
He's not been okay. And no
no,
wonder he may be the one of the few little sweet souls out here trying to make it in this industry. And the way it's looking, baby.
but see him performing at the Grammys in his draws, people were saying like that's a humiliation ritual type of deal, and I'm like, what does that mean? Does it mean that he still wants to be a part of this industry and is willing to, I don't know,
I
do
don't know
that?
either. I
Of
don't
course,
know.
they'll like say, "Oh, he's an artist. He was stripped down. The song was about his love for his wife." Okay, he didn't have to be on his draws.
I mean, there are women who performed in their draws, so
Ooh, touche.
yeah.
Because was that Addison Rae stays naked?
Dochi. Dochi be in her draws a lot.
Don't she be in her draws?
Yeah,
But she gives a darn good performance.
she does. One of the best. Especially for a rapper. I would actually pay to go
Yes,
see Dochi perform for
yes.
sure. All right, let's move on to Tank and Tyrese Verzuz that just happened. I have not been uh like super into verses in a while where I know it's coming in
Have they had
advance.
it?
Yeah, so they had before this one they had the No Limit and Cash Money one.
Nope.
And so like I had not even known that this one was coming on until like day of. And then I saw and I was like, ah, Tank versus Tyrese. All right, yeah, I'm down. Especially because I love Sex, Love, and Pain album by Tank. And like I told you, I've become a big fan of
I'm like,
R&B
finish
Money
that
Pod
statement, Ashley.
album, Sex, Love, and Pain album. Which crazy enough, that was like back in like 2007. It has been a long time. Um, you're so childish.
I was like, what are we talking
Have you not heard about this album?
about?
Okay,
Sorry. But
it's
you know,
okay. You
taking
needed
the
that.
songwriter.
Yeah. Yes, his pen game is strong. So I was
Yes.
excited going into this verses. I was like, all right, what y'all got for us? The
Yes.
the First of all, they're friends, right? We even have
Yes.
TGT still with Tank, Genuine, and Tyrese.
Oh
That's still a
Lord.
thing.
That was so short lived though,
Well, it's
because
still
of
around.
Tyrese.
They're still around because even at the end, Genuine was supposed to come on, but he had like travel issues. So it
I
was
was
like a
gonna say he wasn't
friendly
hopping on stage.
girl. And so it was actually probably for the best because stop embarrassing me, Genuine. But but um it was friendly, but it was funny as well. So what I
Okay.
enjoyed was that they each had their bands and their backup singers on like either side of the
Wasn't
stage.
wasn't it Tyrese that was like, "Oh, Tank is gonna wipe me, like he's gonna beat me or something like
Well,
that"?
I'm surprised if he did say that because they were both talking trash of like, I'm the winner, I'm the winner, I'm the winner, and I'm winning. I might as well go home. Or yeah, I might as well go home because I'm winning. But Tyrese ended up bringing out his wife. Tank eventually brought out his wife and son. But one of the biggest moments of the night was when Tyrese kept changing clothes. And one time he came out, he was like, "You changed your jacket, but you still wearing that turtleneck." And it became this song about his turtleneck. And when I tell you it is so popular that I will not dare wear a turtleneck for at least probably a year because I already know that when I wear it, I'm thinking about the song. And if any of my friends see me wearing it, they're going to sing this song. And I can't do it. And I love turtlenecks. So it breaks my heart.
Yeah, I love turtlenecks
But
too.
it was funny, it was catchy, it was all over the internet, and it was thoroughly entertaining. So I will say, because at first I was like, I'm just kind of over the versus format. What's it gonna be like? I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good time. And there was
Jamie
like
came out.
so that's the one thing I will say that I do feel like was a knock against Tank. He brought out so many special guests that it
Mm,
was kind of like, can you hold your own on your own?
right.
Jamie was
That's
fun,
true.
but then he
Yeah.
brought out Trey Songs, and I was like, ooh, ooh, nope,
He got one
nope,
too many battery
nope.
charges. One. And
Yep.
then let's not forget what Kiki said about him.
I had to go on live and see what people were saying once Trey Songz came out because I was like, I know that we ain't like just okay with this. And yeah, people in the comments were like, ooh, nope, sit this one out. But Jamie was a fun surprise because I had just been talking about Jamie Foxx right before the verse. I was like, you know who I would love a new album from? Jamie Foxx. Because it's been a while and I love his first two albums.
I
I would love a
mean,
new album.
is it Jamie or is it his clone?
Uh,
This
I
is
think that was the
allegedly.
OG Jamie. I don't know what we got now. But did you see that video of him where he was in the car and there was an older man next to him? And the older man, like they both had on hats. So Jamie like rolled down his window, was like, "Look the hat, da 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 da." And the guy was like, "Well, look at you,
No.
looking like Jamie Foxx." And he was like, "I wish I had that Jamie Foxx money." And then, the man starts laughing and like drives off, having no idea that he really is talking to Jamie Foxx.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
Yeah, it was
And I
funny.
forgot that, Timberland and Swiss Beats sold it to Apple. So it was a
Yes.
whole
It's a whole production.
production.
Yeah. You got
Wow.
Ebro and another dude
Ebro.
who
Yes.
started it. And then they do a post show interview now, too, that Tank and Tyrese went over and talked. So, yeah, it's a full
I think
production.
it's interesting because I don't think, I mean, it's freaking Apple. They probably should do a better job. I have to say, I did hear about this one, but like I said, for some of those other ones, I'm like, I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, like I said, I don't feel like it's been heavy in my algorithm. Oh, one additional note I wanted to say is again, songwriting, pen, Tank been doing this thing for years. He had one of
Right.
his singers sing Come Over by Aaliyah. And after the song was
Oh,
over, Tyrese was like, why you playing songs don't nobody know? And I was like, I was at home and I was aghast. I was like, oh no, don't you ever come for my girl Aaliyah. And Tank was like, oh, you getting the people in the audience upset now because don't disrespect Aaliyah. And then the next song he played was a song from himself that I'd never heard of before. Tyrese did. And I'm like, how you gonna talk about Come Over? That everybody in the audience is singing, I'm singing at home, and then you play a song that ain't none of us ever heard before. So that again, that's why Tank took it over Tyrese for me. They both have great songs, but Tank, he was above. And then don't you dare come for my girl Aaliyah in this life, okay? All right, let's move on to our hot topics, Delora. We have two of them. We got to start with the new black celebrities that are possibly proclaiming their MAGA affiliations in the last week. Let's start first with the one that doesn't surprise me, which is Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon.
you weren't surprised when is it
No,
because he's such a what is
because he's
it?
an idiot.
Contrarian? Is
It's
that
because he's an
why?
idiot. I don't agree with so many of the things he says and does
I mean,
these days. I was about to say this year. These days. He's an idiot.
true. Yeah.
So, and I knew he was cool with Amber Rose and she lost her goddamn mind. So no, this is not surprising that he went on here, talked to Amber Rose and is talking about how much he is cool with Trump and how he's cleaning house and he's doing all this and that. And I mess with Trump and da 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 da. And I don't really affiliate with any party, but yeah, I mess with Trump. He's an idiot, so it didn't surprise me. Is it still disappointing? Absolutely. 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 But we got to move on to Chilli because this was the one that hurt my feelings.
Yo, but I guess the writing was on the wall the whole time.
I'm starting to think that anybody who publicly talks a lot about religion is very much on the cusp of the MAGA movement these days, it feels
Oh,
like.
easily. Actually, I'm more surprised when as you mentioned, people who speak a lot about their faith just go ahead and like promote a Democrat. Like I'm like, okay, I see where you are. Okay,
Yeah,
because
thankful.
thankful because it's just like, where's the floor for you when it comes to a person's morality?
I just don't understand how y'all are still trying to say that that man is a conservative in a traditional conservative way that you guys have agreed with and reconciled with over the years. He's not pro life from what I've seen and heard of him. He does not care
Listen,
about Christian values in any capacity. Ask him again to quote you a Bible
he's
verse.
a grifter. Like
Crickets.
he is he is in front of our eyes just taking all this money and nobody saying anything about it. Like, you know what I mean? Just crypto. And now his freaking signature is going to be on our money.
Okay. Let's talk about Chili a little bit more. So
Yes.
one aspect of it that got people talking was that she reshared a debunked conspiracy theory about Michelle Obama to her Instagram account. Now, this one I can let slide. I have accidentally reshared many things that I did not mean to reshare. And I get people are like, but that issue wouldn't be in my algorithm. I feel you.
That's my main point.
I feel
What
you.
is what is on your algorithm? The fact that that is even on there says a lot about the type of stuff that you follow, you watch. When we had this conversation when this first came out, I told you exactly what's in my algorithm: K dramas, Connor's story, and skincare. Okay,
The only thing I'll say is it could be like maybe it was something, it came from something someone else shared with her type thing. You know how, like, if you're just opening up stuff from other people and DMing and stuff like that, sometimes then that becomes a part of your algorithm. Like, I've had people send me stuff and then it's like, why are you now just sending me a bunch of stuff that either this other person liked or what have you? Because the algorithm is kind of playing that game with you. So there could have been some of that. This is one that I will say, I was like, all right, I'm gonna let you have this one. But what I will not let you have is the fact that there are FEC filings revealing multiple donations to Trump affiliated groups between
It's
April and November 2024. Can't let you slide
it's
on that.
it's the donation amounts for me. I'm like,
Small,
you literally giving $20 here, $20 there. Like,
small. Total was $800, right?
she
Small.
said that she cares about veterans
And
and
children.
children. I'm like,
Okay.
that's a lie.
Okay.
That's a lie if you doing it for this man.
The
Because
fact that one of them was Trump National Committee PAC ain't no goddamn thing ever that they could be promoting or saying they're going to give my money to that will make me donate to a Trump National Committee PAC. Ma'am.
somebody made a the argument that I can kind of see. It's like she's in her 50s, she's a Southern woman, and traditionally Southern Black women are conservative people when it comes to, you know, let's say family issues versus like social issues, what have you. Um, because they were like, she's a long way from no scrubs and red light specials and everything like that. And I'm like, I guess that's an argument, sure. And then at the end of the day, these people may be good at one thing, but that doesn't make them smart. Like I don't want to say, I don't want to say it
No, it
like
does not make them someone that you should be looking up to for anything other than they have a talent that you enjoy.
entertainment. Correct.
That's
Actually,
it.
it's a rarity that you get like a Kerry Washington or a Yvette Nicole Brown or you or who else is a somebody who is both great in entertainment but also has enough, thought, critical thinking within their politics. I'll keep thinking of a few more, but you know, not Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, because at the end of the day, especially with
The way that they have turned is
girl
disgusting. Like, let
Nelly,
the 20 something year old versions of them see who they've become. They would
I
be
know it's
disgusted.
about that dollar. It's about greed. And then if you think about it, they've been rapping about this man for years.
Where is Tupac when I need him? Where is
Because
Tupac?
Tupac saw through the veneer then.
The only real one. The only real one of his generation and era, clearly. Yeah,
I
it's
would even listen to freaking Will Smith before I would listen to anything Chilli.
yeah.
And then she's only coming out because she got caught. And
Yeah.
that's another thing. Because T-Boz knew what it was. They unearthed the video of T-Boz saying, yeah, my girl mate voted for Trump. I think the video was from 2017.
Damn. Listen, whatever Lisa said they did when they fell out, they did. Rest in peace to Left Eye because
Lisa would never.
oh my
She
goodness.
would never.
What a disappointing week for our
Although I
black
do feel like
celebs.
Lisa would be like, I probably don't vote. I can see her
I
taking that
mean, I
route.
think she would have gone through her spiritual journey for
Yes,
sure that
yes.
she was going down the path on. But it's been a disappointing week in the black celebrity sphere.
I
That's for
mean,
damn sure.
utterly. I mean, who's this Gen X? Like, y'all, what?
Yeah.
We were rooting for you.
We
We
were
were all
all
rooting
rooting.
for
I don't know. We
you.
have to retire that, Delora. We have to retire that after
I
we did the
know.
ANTM documentary. We have to retire that.
Check out that recap, y'all.
All right, let's move on to our final hot topic of the day. A show neither Delora or I watch, but
Whew.
we are in this shit now, I guess. Summer House has been all over my algorithm. I'm like, I don't even know these people.
I know nary one. Nary a one.
Honey, it is the hottest goss in the Bravo universe, in the reality show
But you know whose side I'm
universe.
on? Ciara.
I
Because
mean, for damn sure.
when I first started seeing people talk about Ciara, because the first thing I saw was the TMZ photo of her on the floor, on the ground outside some building. And I'm like, Ciara, I'm like, that doesn't look like Ciara, like the
Oh,
Russell
the
Wilson
singer.
Ciara. That's what I thought. And I didn't know. And then they were like, Ciara Miller. And I'm like, who is this Black woman? And then I started looking into it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. F those other people.
Exactly. We know whose side we were going to be on from jump, but I'm glad she was also on the right side of history with this
Yes.
because I don't think I've felt the heat of a celebrity, not celebrity, of a reality show scandal this much since Scandival, which we talked about a little in this podcast because I used to love that show and was still like just shocked and rocked by what happened with Vanderpump Rules cast. But this a little bit of a background, you guys, there are some great recap videos out here and articles to read just to get up to speed. So, a little bit about this. You have Ciara and you have, what's this other chick's name? Amanda. And so, Ciara and Amanda are besties. They're a part of a trio actually with Paige on Summer House, and they were called the Bedbugs. And so Paige ended up leaving the show, but Amanda and Ciara are still cool. Amanda was married, and then
Yes.
she announced that she was getting separated this year,
Correct.
earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
Ciara had been single, but ended up dating a guy named Wes, who
Yes.
joined the cast and show. They broke up back
Mm-hmm.
in 2024, but it seemed like on the latest season they were rekindling their relationship, at least being friends again, and there was some chemistry. Cut to this month, there had been speculation about Amanda and Wes, her bestie's ex, allegedly dating. And it has recently been confirmed via a joint statement that, yes, in fact, their friendship has blossomed into more. Ciara is definitely the team that I'm on. And you know who solidified that?
Same.
Rihanna.
Riri.
Even Rihanna's taking sides.
Because she loves her Bravo celebrities. And I know she probably had all the time being pregnant back to back to back the way she been. I think she hasn't came out with it, but we'll see if there's a number 4 coming too. But
Girl. Even if Ciara had not been black,
oh, period.
Ciara is, in my mind, the victim. And not the victim in the sense of like on the side of Wes. I don't really care about that little boy.
No.
But my best friend,
Besties.
who I supported through her divorce.
Correct. I don't even think her divorce is final. I think they're just separated.
Yeah, you're right. Through the stages to get to divorce. You're right.
Well, so period. Yes. Girl code says no.
Ugh.
There's no way best friend. That's very
Because
complicated.
just so y'all know, real quick, this ain't like okay. Like they asked her recently, "How you doing?" She said, "I've been better." She unfollowed them on social media. She's not okay. This is not okay.
She's not okay. So because she's black though, it adds another level of complexity that makes it hurt more. So I it's been all over the algorithm for me as well. And I've posted a couple of recaps that I thought were really good that really put things in perspective. One in particular talked about how it's a it's an overwhelmingly white cast to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
and she apparently slept with someone on the show previously, and he called her a Jezebel, which is very pointed when it comes to calling a black woman Jezebel on any type of television or movie, because that's an archetype.
Who the hell calls somebody a Jezebel?
Girl,
How old are
girl.
you?
That's what I'm saying. Are you like 85 years old? Because that's
For
not
real.
in my vernacular.
Who says that Jezebel? What?
So she was distraught by that. But it's the situationship that she has with Wes, a man who is not willing to commit to her this like all this time, but she still, fell for him. And it was the whole will they, won't they dynamic. But then you put out a statement talking about developing feelings
Hmm.
with my best friend. Like,
Hmm.
you're willing to make a public statement
Hmm.
over feelings,
Hmm.
but you couldn't claim me in
Hmm.
all the time. I've been watching these videos. I guess she's been very vocal about not giving herself to people. She's being very like, deliberate about it. And it was a big deal for her to do that with him. And she just felt betrayed by like the
Mm-hmm.
non-committal aspect
Mm-hmm.
of the relationship.
And
And again,
especially, you didn't want to commit to me, but you'll commit to the white girl.
yes, it's giving, they're great to have a good time with, but you bring home the white girl when you want to have the family. It's giving, um Travis.
Travis Kelsey. You know who I want to take Ciara under their wing in my
Ooh.
fantasies?
Ooh.
Rachel Lindsay.
Ooh, yes.
I want them to become best
Yes.
friends, and I want her to appear on Higher Learning, and I
Oh, I
want
would love
Van
that.
and Rachel to get an exclusive interview and perspective from Ciara, and then I want Ciara and Rachel to go out in these streets and live their best fucking lives.
Yeah. I do. That was one of my questions. Though. I'm like, does Ciara have any black friends? Like,
I'm trying to get her some.
because, um, yeah, she just needs that
Rachel too.
camaraderie aspect of it.
Please. And
Oh,
go out here, go to some Essence events, go to some BET
we
events.
will
Do you
love
know these
you and
black
take care of you.
celebrity men out here looking good, girl? Because I've seen Wes and he ain't doing nothing for
He
me.
is doing absolutely like. First of all, I need for you to grow in your entire mustache, sir. Like it's just.
That's always the best way to attack a man. What
facial
is your
hair
facial
doing?
hair doing?
I it's
You can't
it's
grow a beard? How?
giving inconsistency here. Um
And she's beautiful. Ciara
Gorgeous.
is beautiful.
Absolutely. And that's why I'm like, why is she hung up in him? Forced proximity. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody's in everyone's
Yeah,
climate,
that's absolutely what it
environment.
is. That's what I'm saying. Get on out in these streets, girl, and remind yourself of who you are.
Remember who you are.
Come home to yourself. Issa, Issa Rae, if you're listening, cast this girl in something. Bring her home.
Is she a
Okay?
model or is she what does she do? Like I don't know.
I don't
What
I don't
what do
watch the
they
show.
do? I
I
don't
don't know, but
either.
she's in this reality show
Yes,
universe.
yes.
So reality show baddies, black ones, come on and get this girl right here. Recruit her into the inner sanctum, please. But that's what I want to see. I want to see at least Rachel befriend her, bring her on Higher Learning, and then y'all get out into these streets. Because if there's nothing else Rachel gonna do, she gonna show you a good time. She gonna take you out to
This
some events.
West guy, oh,
He's not.
oh no,
Mm-mm.
thank you.
And if this is the trajectory that he wants to go down, like as a reality show person, it's not boding well because he's starting to give me like Jax from the Vanderpump universe
Oh,
vibes.
she did the red carpet at the Oscars this year, so she's done some things.
Good.
Yes,
Did she
sis.
meet Michael? Because if so, get on out there. Get on
Michael
out there.
Bay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess we'll see how this unfolds, but I will say I hope to never see you return to being friends with this girl. Because that ain't your friend.
But
That ain't your
I
friend.
almost want to know, for anyone who actually watches this show, like, there has to have been some signs before this that made you be like, she's not really your friend.
Well, I was
Friend.
seeing some of the commentary saying that Ciara didn't treat Wes well and all this stuff. And again, I don't watch the show, so I have no context for it whatsoever. But again, that's why I'm not even harping on, because Wes for me is neither here nor there. That's somebody you dated for a little bit, whatever didn't work out. I don't expect him to necessarily have the same loyalty that I expect Amanda to have had for you and with you in your relationship.
She's met Michael. She was on the red carpet for Sinners. She
Well, there
she
you
does
go.
red carpet. So
Well, there you go. Let's hook it up. Let's hook it up. Let's get together. Let's get together. That's all I have, Delora.
I would
For
say
this.
athlete, that or some like wealthy European man or something.
Sure. Somebody outside of this little, probably incestuous bunch.
Exactly. Exactly.
Get on out there, Sierra. Live your best life. And hell, if Rihanna's following you, DM her. Okay? Have a little chat with Rihanna. I'm sure she will make you feel so much better and maybe invite you out to Barbados.
See, I want somebody like Rihanna to be on the phone and just like, curse out all those people for me, please. Like, just
Yes.
like
Or how crazy would it be if Rihanna was like, I will pop up. I'll be there.
are
Y'all
you
let me do
okay,
the
sis?
reunion or something.
Give
I'll
her
be
all
there.
the Fenty. All the
Seriously. Or put her in the
Fenty.
next show. First of all, when are we getting the next show?
Oh man.
The
We used to
Fenty
talk about
shows
that.
are iconic.
I mean, all the other places started copying her stuff because it was so freaking good. It was like a
Iconic.
entire concert. Dancers,
Fantastic.
legendary models hitting the runway again.
Only
It was
got better
great.
every year.
It did.
So good.
It
Anyway,
stopped
Sierra.
because of the pandemic though. So
Yeah.
boo.
Sierra, we are rooting for you, girl, just so you know.
We are.
Amanda, 2 thumbs down.
I hope his dick was worth
I doubt it. I'm a
it.
highly, 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 highly doubt it.
Highly.
And it's okay because I'm looking at this one picture of them together when they was in these little sheer outfits, and I can tell already Amanda's gonna age like milk. So God bless that karma. All right, Delora, that's it. That's all that we got for this week.
Lord. Lord. Speaking of dating, Ashley, we are going to dip our toes into more of this conversation of like attributes, characteristics
Hmm.
of finding a mate, a partner. In Celine Song's latest film, Materialist.
All right. We will get into that next week. We appreciate you guys for sticking with us this episode. Again, get out there and vote. We will have the link available
Yes,
on
please.
social media. Share with everybody. Share this episode out with everybody as well. We appreciate it. We'll be back. But in the meantime, as always, be blessed.
Bye.